Well, I came to Delhi back in 2013 to study, and my initial plan back then was just to finish my bachelor's, finish my master's, go for UPSC coaching, and then if I land a government job, I would just happily do it. I always had this plan that someday or the other I will start a business, but I didn't know what kind of business, but it was just in my head like I will start a business someday. But it was never like I will start a restaurant or something, that too in Delhi. Back in college when I was in hostel, like me and my friends, we used to miss like home cooked food. So what we used to do is like all our friends who were living on rent were also not like, they also didn't know how to cook and all. So we used to go restaurant hopping from this restaurant to that restaurant, and then we used to try different food. So but mostly we used to eat like in Manipuri restaurants, Naga restaurants and all. But there was always this element missing, like the home cooked meal, like which like our own home cooked meal, traditional one, was missing. And then we used to go home like once a year, so it was very, like, we used to miss it a lot. So I always used to think, like back in college, like there are so many so much Boro population in Delhi. Like, why don't anyone start a restaurant or something so that it will be easier for people like me who is living outside of their own homeland. So after I finished my bachelor's, like I went for UPSC coaching, and then after like few months I just realized like this is not something I want to continue. So but even then I was really confused, like what am I gonna do with my life and all that. And then suddenly it came to my mind, like in Delhi there's this annual Northeast festival, like it happens every year. It's the biggest Northeast festival. So I just thought to myself, like, it wasn't like the idea wasn't like, oh, I'll give a stall and then I'll open a restaurant. It wasn't like that. I was just like, I was just thinking, like, why don't anyone like go and set up a stall or of our own culture or food or anything just like that. And so that time I just thought to myself, like, why wait for someone else to do it, like when I can do it on my own? So I gathered half of my friends and then I was like, let's set up a stall. Like, even though I was very skeptical that people will even buy our food or like our food, but I was like, even though there's no profit, let's just try it. And my friends were luckily on board with it. They were also like, let's, it'll be a fun experience and all. So we set up our first stall, I think, on 2018. And then it was a big hit, like lots of people loved our food and all that. And then we also got a little bit of profit. So then again, like next year, like a few of my friends were like, why don't we set up a stall once again? So by then I was already like debating, should I open a restaurant? Should I? Firstly, I was like, let's just get over with this Northeast festival first. So on 2019, the second Northeast festival we took part in, like that was also a great success, and we got lots of reviews and all. So at that moment, I was like, huh, let's just let's just go on with the idea and then talk to my parents. So in December 2019, I just went home, and then I just asked my parents, like, I want to do this. And then obviously they weren't like on board with the idea, but in 2020 January, I think so, even they felt bad, like, because I felt bad when they said no. So my mom and dad was like, okay, just give it a try once. Like, if it's successful, it's on your luck. If it's not, then it's not your thing. So even me, I was like, yeah, I'll just give it a try. So that's how everything came into place. So that's how Bodoising happened, and that's the story. Like how I jumped from this thing, UPSC, CDS idea about doing government job to becoming an entrepreneur. Like, so that's the whole story. The idea behind Bodoising was to introduce Bodo food to people who are who live outside Assam, and then who doesn't know anything about the cuisines. So the initial idea was to introduce my own tribe's food to people, and then we serve authentic Bodo food, and then made with local ingredients. And we also provide delivery services to through Zomato and Dunzo for people who are craving for homemade food, but don't have time to travel all the way to our. My future plan as of now is to just focus more on Bodoising, and give half of the focus also to other projects I've been working on since last year, which is 2021. And hopefully this year I can manage to grow Bodoising more, and then also finish the projects which I have been working on. So that's the only plan as of now. And the message I would like to give the young folks is, um, just basically, don't lose hope. No matter how small or how ridiculous an idea might sound to other people, you just keep on going with it, because you never know where you reach. And then if you're starting a business, you should always have lots of patience, because uh, if you see the big businessmen, businesswomen, or big brands or whatever, like, it's a process in the making. Like, 5 years down the line, 20 years down the line, like, nobody becomes successful overnight. So it's a long process. So you have to have patience in yourself, and then also not give up. Like, no matter how hard it is, like, keep on going.